Do sellers actually become their own worst enemy when selling their home? You'd be surprised at what some sellers insist on doing their way. Stay tuned for 3 ways that sellers sabotage their home sale, and stay to the end for a bonus sabotage. I'm Glen Nelson with Realty One Group West, and today we're going to talk about what ways sellers could do to sabotage the sale of their home. Even in a strong seller's market like we are experiencing now, sellers can still sabotage their home sale and either not get any offers or have to settle for a much lower sales price than they could have received. So what can some sellers be doing that they shouldn't? Let's look at 3. Number 1, overpricing the listing price. Now, while sellers want to get top dollar for their home, in a seller's market, sometimes sellers go too far and want to price the home well above market value, and they have the idea that they can always come down in price. They are afraid that they are leaving money on the table if they price lower. Now, the money on the table is only perceived by the seller, and the assumption that the buyers looking will see the high price as reasonable. If the price is clearly overpriced, the seller is deterring buyers that may be interested in the home but are turned off by what the buyers believe to be a greedy seller. Also, a price reduction later due to the home being on the market too long already shows the seller is in a bad place with buyers who smell blood of a long-sitting listing. Number 2, no or little home preparation before putting it on the market. The easiest and most effective way to sell a home for top price is to clean the home as much as possible. Declutter the home to make it look like a model that is inviting to buyers. A seller that doesn't even clean the house and wants to sell it as is asking a buyer to walk over the piles of stuff, overlook the dirt and the hundreds of family photos and taste-specific art, and still say that the home is reasonably priced and worth more than the model home down the block. That ain't happening. And it shows in the lack of offers and the offer price for those offers, if any, are received. Number 3, hiring a ThreeP agent to save money on commission. Now, a ThreeP agent is one who only puts a sign in the yard, puts the listing in the MLS, and prays that it sells, and all of this for only 1% commission. Even in today's market where buyers' demand is so high, a ThreeP agent can still sell a home. Even a blind squirrel can find an acorn every once in a while. But to maximize the number of buyers that see the home through marketing and see the professional job that great marketing can do to entice buyers, a full-service professional agent can bring in many more buyers to see the home. This results in more showings, more offers, and more money to the seller. The difference between a ThreeP agent and a professional is tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars difference in the final contract price. Now let's look at the bonus sabotage tactic that some sellers do, selling the home themselves. A percentage of sellers decide they want to save the commission that they would have to pay to an agent to sell their house, and possibly to the buyer agent who brings a buyer. Their thinking is that saving means more money in their pocket once the home sells. But by not hiring an agent to do professional photography and put the home on the MLS, the seller is already significantly limiting the number of buyers that may see the home. Most buyers are not looking on Craigslist or marketing channels that for sale by owners have access to. Also, the descriptions of the home can be less than professional and not worded to interest the buyers. If the seller is not willing to pay a commission to buyer's agents, that further decreases the number of buyers that may see the home, since most buyers are working with an agent that is helping them to find a home. The for sale by owner seller is not well versed in many contract pages of a typical transaction, what needs to be disclosed to the buyer during escrow, and what the consequences are of not doing the paperwork correctly or not at all. A huge liability risk is on the seller if and when something goes wrong. Being solely in charge of everything from marketing to negotiation to opening and closing escrow successfully on one of the biggest investments a person has is dangerous. And let's not forget that being a for sale by owner is a full-time job with handling showings, reviewing any offers that may come in, and keeping the transaction together during escrow. If you are thinking of selling your home, I hope that you will run through the 4 sabotages mentioned here. You will be glad you did. So let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you would like to see more videos like this, Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.